Aerodrome Finance price update and how I believe that PokPok is gonna do 100x from here. My name is mikemadz. Let's start this video. Before we start the video, as always, Aerodrome community and PokPok community, make some noise. Aerodrome, we are close to this breakout, so it's time to pay attention. PokPok community, things are gonna get super crazy here in the next couple of weeks, in my personal opinion. So make some noise. Every single type of comment and like matters. The more people engage, the better for the video, the better it's gonna be for our backs. Pretty simple. Let's start. Well, let's stop wasting time. Let's jump straight into it, especially here, guys, as the markets look prime here for a breakout here, especially altcoins and especially Aerodrome here. Prepare for this. One scenario most people are not prepared for mentally, especially here, people in their first cycle. Aerodrome price action, super important, as Aerodrome is finally heading here towards its all-time high and is soon going to enter here into price discovery, which is the most fun part here of the cycle. And also, of course, one of the most important things today here, how PokPok seriously could do a 100x from here. Now, let's stop wasting time. Let's jump straight into it here for the second time here. Prepare for this. What do I mean with this here? Prepare for this scenario. Pretty simple, guys, here for Aerodrome and for most altcoins. Actually, we are officially in the alt season here, which we have waited here for basically years. This is officially the first beginning stage here of the alt season, which simply means here altcoins finally showing strength here against Bitcoin. First things first, this means if Bitcoin dumps, altcoins necessarily don't have to dump harder. And second of all, altcoins should outperform Bitcoin from here, simply percentage-wise to the upside. Pretty simple. Of course, Bitcoin cannot realistically do anything more than a 2x from here, maybe next cycle. But from here, Bitcoin at max is gonna peak out at 200K, which is already very optimistic. Altcoins though, icons can run and should run much harder, of course. And this is the main reason why you are invested in altcoins, simply to outperform Bitcoin and to reap huge benefit to the upside here. So we are in the altcoin season, a great spot to be allocated to alts. And of course, this is a great spot to be allocated here finally into Aerodrome. As you can see here, just to open up your horizon here, XRP gained $50 billion, guys, just in 3 days. Now, you don't have to be a fan of XRP, or you might be a fan of XRP, but XRP, a dino coin here, gaining $50 billion in just 3 days simply shows you how fast things can move and how explosive altcoins can get here to the upside, which simply means here, guys, for Aerodrome, guys, the upside potential for Aerodrome can be massive if all the stars align. Now, you know my targets here for Aerodrome. I like to be conservative to, I always say $2 to $5, but things can get exponential here and things can get parabolic here, which I will cover shortly here. This is why you have to be also prepared for those moon boy scenarios. Otherwise, you will be left behind selling your entire bag, seeing Aerodrome at $10 in the future. It is a possibility and we can plan for it, and you should plan for it. And this is why we'll cover it. Now, taking a look here at Ethereum against Bitcoin. Why am I showing you this? This is super important. Why? Because this opens up your horizon again. Why? Because if we expect Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin here by more than 100% from here, Ethereum, a huge player, the second largest coin in the history of crypto, if Ethereum can outperform Bitcoin by more than 100% from here, then of course it doesn't make sense to have a 2x target for Aerodrome from here. Aerodrome, much smaller altcoin. Aerodrome should have at least, now this might sound too bullish, at least a 5 to 10x from here. This is a possibility, and of course we're not taking on that massive risk here with altcoins if we cannot even outperform Ethereum here. So keep that in mind. Aerodrome, a potential 5 to 10x play here until the end of the cycle. This is the reason why I want to show you this chart. If Ethereum, guys, if Ethereum can outperform Bitcoin by this amount, this just opens up huge room for many altcoins here, not even in the top 10. Just a small disclaimer here, keep that in mind. Taking a look at that, this opens room for Aerodrome targets like this. Again, those targets right here, especially comparing it with Uniswap here. Uniswap, a huge player, not just covering one chain, but again, this is just a visual representation here, what can happen for Aerodrome. And keep in mind, Uniswap is gonna, of course, also go higher in market cap. So this is something which is not impossible, is what I'm trying to say here, especially at the peak mania phase where everything is absolutely overvalued. you can see Aerodrome at very high price targets, even if it is just for a couple of days. So it is a potential scenario you can and should plan for, and this is the zone we are entering in, especially here if cycles repeat, guys. If the cycles repeat, if the mania cycles repeat, and if the Altcoin cycle plays out similar to last cycles here, this is something you should plan for, and this is something to look forward to here, especially if you are an Aerodrome holder. Now, does that mean we are guaranteed to go this high? Absolutely not. My targets are still the same here. In my personal opinion, the maximum target here for Aerodrome, $10 to $15. This one right here is a possibility if liquidity, if global liquidity increases like crazy, and if the stars align perfectly, and if everything falls into place here, this can be a potential target. But again, my realistic target here, $10 to $15, actually $5 to $15, let's say, just to have a range, large range here. But guys, nobody knows where this ends. But this is why we'll show you an exit strategy here to make sure to take profits here at certain levels, just to make sure to bank some profits here, not get left behind holding your back. Okay, now taking a look at the price action here of Aerodrome. As you can see here, finally we broke out of this range. This chart is starting to look absolutely bullish here. This is looking like a huge cup basically, which is about to break out here now. This is now very, very close to the all-time high, and I will be surprised here not to reach the all-time high for Aerodrome in the next couple of days or weeks at maximum. If the market doesn't puke here from here and if everything stays in place, Aerodrome basically should be at all-time highs here within the next days here. No, not guaranteed. Another possible scenario is, which is in crypto space very, very common, we have this cup here. We can form this handle, which would mean another dip, another retest here, forming this handle and then exploding to the upside. Is it necessary to have another correction? No, I think enough time has passed here, and I think Aerodrome is ready. Also, technically it looks ready. Narrative-wise, it looks ready here with base finally exploding. So Aerodrome, most probably in the next couple of days, shooting higher here. Not financial advice. How do you take profits here? Now, keep in mind, guys, Aerodrome is not at the beginning stage of the bull market. I know many people feel this way. Aerodrome already had massive, massive gains here from the bear market lows. This is why it makes sense to start taking profits here at those levels. Not financial advice. Why is that? Because, guys, nobody knows where this thing is going to top. Nobody knows how the future is going to look. And just making sure to take some chips off the table at certain targets here is the most smart, like the smartest play, guys. I know it's hard to sell for most people. Most people will actually round trip their bags because buying is much, much easier than selling, because you accumulated this position here since like months right now, and it is hard to let go of these tokens. I fully understand, but it makes sense to start taking, like, for example, 2% here at $3, almost $3. Another 5% here at $3.50. Of course, not all at once. Make sure you have a bag here to ride it to the mania phase. But in my personal opinion, it makes sense to start planning your exit strategy. Super, super important for Aerodrome. Now, taking a look at that, a comparison here, because once we break the all-time high here for Aerodrome, there is no resistance, guys. You can use Fibonacci levels to gauge where things might head here for Aerodrome, or you can take examples here. This is, for example, SUI. As you can see here, similar market structure. We had this massive cup basically, then we created this handle for SUI, and then we finally, once we broke the all-time highs here for SUI, guys, a much higher market cap, exploded by 100% here in just 30 days. Okay, so basically in 1 month, 100% gain to the upside. I think for Aerodrome, we can look at something similar like this. And then, of course, this is the new norm here for SUI. And then the consolidation might happen here. And then slowly but surely into the mania phase, we can start tackling here this higher levels here, step by step, getting deeper and deeper in this altcoin cycle, where new retail will buy at those high levels, and you are already positioned here since the low. So just keep that in mind. Aerodrome looks ready. Exciting times ahead, of course, if Bitcoin doesn't do anything crazy here. And this is the time here I expect. We have maximum 6 months left here in this cycle where you can, or you should, reap the most benefit here out of your altcoins. And of course, I will cover that with you. Now taking a look at PokPok here, guys. I covered PokPok in my last video. PokPok truly, in my personal opinion, a 100x potential, simply because the narrative is right. It's covering options trading, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And of course, the market cap is still tiny here, which simply leaves a lot of room here to the upside here. Now again, PokPok is a gamified trading option platform on base here. I covered it in my last video. If you have not seen it, check it out. And why I'm so bullish on this project, multiple reasons here. Now, first reason is, again, super low market cap. Second reason here, it is on base and it is reaping the benefits of the base narrative currently. It is a gamified options trading with a great team here. You have to check out the team here. Great experience, the team, and the right connection, in my personal opinion. And also I will show you different things here that are happening in the background that look super promising for the project itself. Now for new projects or newer projects like this, one of the most important things is just how is the team shipping out updates here. And this is happening on a crazy level here at PokPok. As you can see here, first things first, the milestone was reached here, $7 million plus here in notional trading volume on the protocol itself. Very impressive here for such a new protocol. And the most important thing here, as I said, how is the team shipping out updates? Is the team listening to the community? Are things moving into the right direction? Just like with Aerodrome, which I like to cover it here, this is happening here on PokPok. As you can see here, mobile UI is now live. Just check it out. Mobile is so important. Why is that? Because believe it or not, mobile is the way to go here, especially for mass adoption. Most people are not anymore on their laptops, on their computers. Most people use crypto or use the phone on a daily, hourly basis here. And just for onboarding retail and for user friendliness, mobile is absolutely crucial here in this space. And seeing the team ship up this update here this fast, absolutely impressive. Also upcoming here, which is huge, guys, copy trading and fractionalized option trading sizes, which simply means you have finally cheaper chickens to trade with. So update wise, super bright future here for PokPok. Very impressed in how things are developing here in this space. And again, in my personal opinion, the PEG token and PokPok in general, absolutely mispriced, undervalued, but which is a good thing. This simply means we can accumulate at those levels and wait for the masses and for the mass adoption to come, okay? Another thing here, which is also super important, and this is something I do in my own research here, how's the team connected to the ecosystem? And this is, in my personal opinion, huge alpha here. As you can see here, Nick, the CEO of PokPok, with Jesse Pollack. Who is Jesse Pollack? Jesse is the founder, basically, of the base blockchain. So this speaks a lot of volume, basically, guys. And as you can see here, there is also interaction between those two. Super bullish sign, in my personal opinion. Something you should not sleep on. Of course, looking behind the curtain, how things are running here. It's just something I like to do on my own if I'm researching a project here. So these are the main reasons here why I'm so bullish. Taking a look at PokPok here, at the token itself. Since my last video here, over 60% pump for the PEG token itself. Again, this is something that you can see on a daily basis here with tokens with such a low market cap. So this is why I'm so bullish on it. Behind this massive backdrop here of a great product, great team, great connections, you have a token here still, the PEG token, which is massively undervalued. This is the long story short, why I'm so bullish on it. Take a look at it and the TA here. I don't like to do any TA for low market cap tokens, but you can here. This can be some sort of symmetrical triangle here. And of course, the target is usually the pole of the triangle, which can be another 50% pump from here. But again, this is just the beginning, in my personal opinion, because just doubling this market cap, it's still a micro cap. And this is one of the main reasons why I truly believe if things go as expected here, this can be your and my first 100x play here on base here. Not financial advice, of course, guys, but I will keep you updated here. And this is definitely one part of my portfolio, which I personally am DCAing into and which I personally am growing into a decent size position here. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to have a huge size position for this low market cap token. Just a small size position can be enough, because the upside potential is absolutely massive here. Now, with the base narrative coming into full play, with the altcoin season coming into full fruition, basically, and with the macro backdrop at the perfect spot for the cryptocurrency space to fully evolve, this is the time to be invested in such plays, and this is why I pick PokPok here now. Long story short, guys, make sure to do your own research. Super important. Be bullish on yourself. As always, that yields the most returns, and the most important thing is, as always, Don't get wrecked.
This guy giving out from blue tops like Mars Simpson, just hard discipline, pot simmering, cooking up, no rocks in the pan, watching the plan form in the sand, bidding castles out of thoughts in our head, late nights, no sleep in my bed, trying to see my dreams manifest. Look at that, now look at that, we nice. Put the pass on